Hey guys, what is up? It's Brett from the All Blue, and I am back with another One Piece video. Um, Today we are going to be going over and reading chapter 1138, titled Harley. So I have seen nothing about this chapter yet. I did see the brief spoilers. But yeah, I would like to make a return to YouTube, so what I will be doing is reacting to every chapter that comes out from now on. Um, Not for this chapter, well, maybe for this chapter, depending on how it goes. I will be doing a breakdown for every chapter I read as well. As a separate video. Maybe eventually I'll start throwing out some like theories, stuff like that. But without any further ado, let's get into One Piece chapter 1138. It's a good time to be a One Piece fan, so after the last chapter, I had to start doing this again. Okay. Sorry if I look like shit, but got out of the hospital recently, and just, yeah. Haven't had time to shave or anything like that, so. So chapter 1138, titled Harley. Interesting. Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest, Surrogate Pilgrimage. It was really the giant head shaped like a saber-toothed tiger with Who's Who's helmet didn't give away that this was Who's Who's hideout. How intriguing. Really curious, like, what he's doing here. You know, is he trying to restart the Animal Kingdom pirates? Is he trying to, like, the Beast Pirates? That looks like Robin. Or is he just what is Who's Who's end goal here? Is like Yamato Sheep will beat the fuck out of him. It looks like he's just living it up. You don't see Sasaki or Black Maria or any of them. But they gotta be going somewhere. They might be like the Toby Ropo might just become the new Scabbards. Like this might just be Yamato's. It's a theory I've had for a while. This might just be Yamato's way of rebuilding the Beast Pirates as her Scabbards. If you think about it, you know, Ulti and Page 1 can kind of mirror the Izo and oh my god, I'm a horrible person. The fuck was her name? Kiku. Can mirror the Izu and Kiku relationship. You know, Who's Who could be like the Ashura Doji of it. You know, they already have a Kinemon. So it's, yeah. But it does kind of make sense, too. I wonder where Jack is during all this. That's what I want. I want Jack to show up. Alright. Page 1. Huff. Loki resists the God's Knights, but you look just like the red hair. Are you really a different person? Does he have his hood back up? The fuck, wait, what did he do? Just... And then just... So you can see Shamrock looking back. And he looks... a little bothered by that. That he called him red hair. Behave yourself, insolent. You don't need to know anything. Gunko is, by the way, really cool. Gotta be freezing her ass cheeks off, but pretty cool. Alright, but... a great pirate in a Tenryubito. An antithesis of this world. It's obvious. Having the same face must seem strange to you. That pirate is my younger twin brother. Good, I mean, everyone saw that coming, so... The one I was separated from. Once, however, he returned to the Holy Land, but it seems he has taken a liking to this filthy world. That actually makes me think, because if you look at Shanks when he recruits Yasopp, we know Shanks was 14 when he was at Roger's execution, and he decided to not go after the One Piece right away. But then when you see Shanks and he recruits Yasop, see if I can. Yeah, right here. Come on. Right over here. You see him, he has facial hair. And it looks like maybe like 5 years have gone by, at least. Like, he looks like he's an adult. Like, he looks like he's not 14 anymore. He's 18, 19 years old, maybe. Which has always made me think that, like, what did Shanks do for 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, however long he was gone? And, I think he was in Marijua. I think he went to Marijua. I think he trained with his father and the other Gods Knights. He, and decided he wanted to go back. And I think he used them. I don't think he, like, likes the Tenryubito. I think he just decided, hey, I have a resource. That's probably where he got Griffin. Only because I know that from the spoiler that this guy's sword is Cerberus, Griffin, Cerberus. They're both mythical creatures. So, like I said, I only read the brief spoilers, but I decided to start making videos again at that point. Sorry, I'm fighting over pneumonia. I'm pretty much over it now, but sort of like the sniffles and shit. Yeah, since this guy's sword I know is Cerberus, Shanks' sword, Griffin, he probably got it from Marijua. Probably also has a mythical zone inside of it. That's why every time he goes all out, it has a Griffin that appears. So, yeah. Or maybe it doesn't have the zone in it, but I still would like to think he got the sword from Marijua. Oh, man, sorry. This is my younger twin brother who I was separated from once he returned to the Holy Land, but it seems he has taken a liking to this filthy world. Refers to the world as lower room. Return? I see. My anger towards this lineage only grows. Fix my microphone, get up there. Two brothers, both despised by me now. How amusing, isn't it? You'll see. When I break free from these chains. Oh, they killed the animals, bro. You know this, right? I witnessed my friend's fate, and you will bear this burden. Luffy is gonna be pissed when he sees this. When he sees these dead creatures that were kind of like his friend. You know this, right? Alright. Sorry about that. He pulls down the hood. Are you threatening me? Commander, don't mind. How annoying. So this Shanks has more of a... Shamrock has a bit more of a temper than Shanks. How annoying. I won't even have to dirty my own hands. He draws the sword. Isn't that right, Cerberus? Woof. Interesting. So what's interesting about this... What's actually really interesting about this is normally with a mythical... When a sword eats a devil fruit, like with Funkfried, the weapon turns into the devil fruit. Like the zone transformation. Like Funkfried became an elephant. You know, Lasso as a gun became a dog. With this, it almost seems like he summons Cerberus from the sword. And then Cerberus has the awakening ribbon around it. So, I'll need to see more of this. But at the moment, I don't know if it's a devil fruit. We'll have to see more. Because if it's like the Gorosei, because it doesn't say, you gotta think, it doesn't say Inu no Mi mythical model Cerberus. It just says the Cerberus, just like the Gorosei. So it's weird because he himself isn't transforming. He might be able to. But if it's the case where, like, with the Figar, like, what would be really cool, and I've had this theory for a while, it probably won't pan out, but that's the fun part about making theories, is the Figarlands, and the Gods Knights in general. I don't think that this guy is the Supreme Commander of the Gods Knights. He might be. He legitimately might be. But, we see those 9 Gods Knights. Pull it up. Gods Knights. Oh, whatever. Y'all know the panel I'm talking about, where you have like all like dragons talking about the Gods Knights, and we see 9 of them. I would not be against the idea that those 9 Gods Knights, because everyone's like, oh, Gonko's in that panel. What I would prefer, because the Gods Knights, they can't just be, in my opinion, like just 9 of them, even if they are Yonko. What I would prefer to see, because there's also an older generation. You know what I mean? Like, at the very least, I think it's going to be the case where each family has one God's Knight, and then there's, like, other people they recruit. Because we just see now they're going out recruiting, like, Loki. And Gunko doesn't have the Saint or World Noble title. So she was probably recruited as well. And I would not be against the fact that, like, Garling is still, in a way, the Supreme Commander, even without the title. But you have these 9 captains of the Gods Knights, commanders of the Gods Knights, and each commander leads their own people. So, like, he has Gonko and a few others. Then there might be other commanders of the Gods Knights that are all Yonko level, whatever the hell. But then you have, like, the lesser Gods Knights. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And I think it would be really cool if, similar to the Gorosei, you know, all 9 of these Gods Knight commanders have an interesting, unique way of using their yokai powers, their demonic abilities. Because we see an awakened Black Ribbon Cerberus come out of this shit. I don't want to dwell too much longer on it, but the fact that the sword doesn't dissipate legitimately makes me think that this is not a devil fruit. This is in the same vein as the Gorosei. And it might be a case where the Figarlands, they're all swordsmen. Because we see in the God Valley, he has a sword, but at least the Manmeyer chick, she has a gun. So it might be the case to where maybe the Gods Knights can choose. Like maybe Emu's like, would you like the power in a weapon, or would you like the power? You know, and then you have to choose, and then, you know, these commanders choose, these commanders get these yokai abilities. And I mean, there might be devil fruits involved in some way. Like, you might have to, like, you might have to, like, take a devil fruit. Maybe Emu, like, undoes a restriction on it or something, frees, like, the devil inside. But it is interesting. This is just called the Cerberus. It's not called the devil fruit. And that the sword does not disappear. So something is up. And if Shamrock, if the Figarlands are special, if a couple of the families are like, I want my yokai to be in a gun, you know, shit like that. Like, that might be just better. And he might be Supreme Commander, but I still think there's got to be more than 9 Gods Knights. And I'm really interested to see how they all will use their individual yokai powers. Because it seems like Shamrock, and the last thing I'll say about it, seems like Shamrock, you know, he just can summon it from his fucking sword. So we're gonna have to find out, like, if it's the same thing with the other Gods Knights, or, you know, what it is. Because I'm actually okay with this. If he doesn't transform and he's just a kick-ass swordsman with insane hockey, but he could summon a Cerberus to fight along with him, That'd be pretty cool. The hell is that? That's my sword. Cerberus. And you see the blade comes out of the mouth of the sword. Oh, that's so cool. So it's like it can use the sword. And it's got advanced conquerors on it. Maybe it's advanced conquerors. It's hard to tell. What is that? What's up with that beast? Commander, let's hide our presence. We're leaving. Scramble. Woof. See, he holds it up again and you can see it coming out of it. This panel looks like it is reforming, but you can't really tell. And then the heads separate and he returns the body. If you manage to survive, come and kill me anytime you wish. I will fight you when that time comes. Arrow bird. Holy fuck, their arrow fruit is so goddamn broken. You gotta be kidding me. If that thing hits me, I'm screwed. Damn you, Tenryu Beater. That is... Oh my god, bro. Bastard! Oh, God! Taking control of the warriors will now be difficult. Let's start with their children. Summon another one. Understood. Who should I call? Interesting. So, they are summoning another God's Knight. I'm very curious to see how that one fights. I think it would be interesting if Gunko is not a God's Knight. But yeah, they're going to summon someone who... Because here's the thing, we know now that they recruit. So I would honestly like it if... I personally think the Cerberus is a red herring. I know a lot of people are saying... I know it like looks like... You see a Cerberus 3 swords probably going to fight Zoro. Which, probably. I don't want Shamrock to fight Zoro, but I want whoever they summon to either be the main villain of this arc. Like, it would be interesting if he's like, summon another one. Alright, who would you like? They summon another God's Knight. That God's Knight is someone we've seen before or know about. And then maybe Shamrock fails at some point. And then that's when Garling, pissed off, is like, you know, calls a meeting with the God's Knights or whatever, and that's when you get all of the, like, main God's Knights, because we need there's not just 9 of them. If there's just 9 of them, there better be a reason there's just 9 of them supplied by Oda, because there's 20 fucking families, 19 there. So that means, if you're not counting the Norona family, there should be at least 18 God's Knights, plus the previous generation. I expect there to be about 100 God's Knights. Like, I expect there to be an insane amount of God's Knights. I don't expect them all to be super strong. I think some of them will have devil fruits like Gunko. I think some of them, you know, won't have the Saint title. And who knows, maybe it's a thing with, like, maybe you're given a devil fruit by Eam unlocks it, and then when you reach a point, you, like, because Gunko's definitely awakened. The shit she can do, she's awakened. Maybe you reach a point where you, like, further awaken, that wakes up the devil, and then that's when you become, you know, I'm not sure, we need more on it, but I do think that, like, seeing more God's Knights would be cool. I don't think we're just going to get one more. I think that one more might come, but then we're going to get more. I think elbaph is... My theory is that elbaph is going to go on a lot longer than people think it is, and we're going to get an extended thing with the God's Knights. I do think another Gorosei will get involved, too. We don't know who yet. My current idea is Jupiter, because we know him and Garling have something going on. I think it's too soon to bring Garling into this. I think what you do here is you bring in another Gorosei. I think this is the best way we could do this for, like, storytelling. You bring in another Gorosei. That Gorosei gets blamed for the fall of everything, and then it's all like a plan by Garling, and he's one by one replacing these Gorosei with an old generation member of the God's Knights. I think that would be interesting. But we'll have to wait and see. Orist Castle, elbaf. That was it, I'm sure of it. It was red hair. Liar! Do you really think Shanks would attack you for no reason? It's true, there's no way it could be anyone else. The red hair has come to visit Elbaf many times, but Shanks is super cool. What if that guy looked just like him? We freaked out, but why the hell would he be inside the castle? But the red hair came to Elbaf, right? It wouldn't be strange if he was still around. But if you guys are really telling the truth, there's no way that was Shanks. Shanks is a chill, laid-back guy. He would never do something so tense. And Nami's laughing. It's such confidence. Of course, and you, Nami? We met too. Someone talked bad about Melmir. It's Bell. God damn it, Luffy. So they look exactly alike, or maybe even twin brothers. Shanks could have a brother. But I never asked about his family. It seems he was raised on a pirate ship. I guess his family was Roger and Rayleigh. And all the Roger pirates too, except for Buggy. Which we know is bullshit, because we know Buggy and Shanks are literally brothers. Like, they, not literally, but like, they absolutely, you know, like, they're friends. They're best friends. Also, they're showing this guy while talking about the Roger pirates. You can see now it's the same, like, cloak as the guy who was talking to Crocus back in that one cover story. So, I'm gonna stay on Scopper Gabon train. Like, I definitely think it's Gabon. It's definitely tied with the Roger pirates somehow. So, Frankie's side, Treasure Tree Adam. All of this is Treasure Tree Adam? Scarce my ass. But is it really expensive out there? Maybe I should start selling it too. Don't encourage me, Ripley. Saul gave me a whole lecture saying, it's a sacred tree, don't go cutting it down, you hear me? God, Ripley is fucking gorgeous. Alright, you nailed it. I'm going full Gooner. You nailed the impression. But if you were to steal from the Giants, we'd have to carry everything. If we were to steal from the Giants, we'd have to carry everything. Yeah. And that would cost a fortune. Huh? What's that? It's a mural. Those are scribblings made by children from ancient times that were engraved into the petrified tree bark. And today, due to their historical value, they're considered a national cultural heritage. Those scribbles over there? It is estimated this painting was made between 900 and 800 years ago. If this estimate is correct, then it comes exactly from the Void Century. I'm kind of shocked that the Giants call it the Void Century. Because I would feel like the Giants know the Void Century lore. But then, we need to show this to Robin. Let's talk to her later. But these scribbles are from elbaf. Strange. Not all of them seem to be giants. But as far as I know... Wait, we have already waged war against... So within the history of elbaf, we have already waged war against other races. But as far as I know, we have never allied with them. So you see a thing with horns. It kind of looks like Emmet. You see like a fish thing. So mermaid princess, I guess. Pluton. Poseidon. Uranus. Maybe? This whole thing might just be a child, This whole thing might just be a child's dream. Oh, don't tell me that. Is that gonna be the end of One Piece? Is it all just a dream cooked up by Joy Boy? Oh, no. Anyway. We're in class. Listen up. Hey, Ange. What's up? This is Harley. That's right. What an old giant book. It's full of dust. Many myths in elbaf were created based on these texts, and their interpretations are all fragmented. And so each warrior of Elbaf believes in a different version of the sun god, each with a different personality. Cool, right? Can I read it? Of course. Derashishi, the story. Derashishi. You know, the story is divided into 3 chapters, and the third world is said to. It's divided into 3 chapters, and the third world is said to be the present world. In other words, what is happening? What is about to happen? I'm assuming the 4th world will be like a thing where it's like this is the new world. It's unwritten. I'm assuming that's what that'll be. Quietly, Nika's legend is told all over the world. What they all have in common is that he always appeared laughing and doing this. He's doing the Nika dance. Okay. Whew, I'm reading it, okay? The first world. There was fire upon the earth. Humanity. Frankie's looking shook. What the fuck is this? Hold on. You can make an entire fucking breakdown video just on this. Is elbaf called Warland? Because that's where, like, the final battle happened between Joy Boy and Emu? Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. The third world. There was void upon the chaos. The unbidden shadows. Remember the day of the promise. And they near the voice of the fragmented moon. Okay, we're mentioning the moon. Interesting. I still think we need to see a moon god at some point to go against Luffy's sun god. Oh, well. Anyway, the god of the sun dances and laughs. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. We gotta read from the first world. I'm reading this like a dumb American. The first world. There was fire upon the earth. Humanity succumbed to desire and touched the forbidden sun. The slaves made a wish, and the god of the sun appeared. But the god of the earth became enraged. And alongside the serpent of hell, so are we getting confirmation the earth? It's the earth. That's interesting. We'll have to wait for the official viz to come out. But the One Piece world is Earth. Intriguing. Okay. The Slayers made a wish, and the god of the sun appeared. But the god of the earth became enraged. And alongside the serpent of hell, enveloped the world in death and darkness. They could never meet again. So who is they? Because here's the thing. I've had a theory for a very long time. I'm not going to go super into it now. That One Piece is going to follow a very Garden of Eden-esque thing. So you have the Adam and the Eve, which is probably Nika and Eve. Right? That's my theory. And we do not have a serpent. We have the Red Line. We don't have a serpent character. Which I think is a little like, that could be Eve. We don't have enough information yet. But the idea is, with this line, the god of the earth became enraged. And alongside the serpent of hell, enveloped the world in death and darkness. They could never meet again. So envelop the world in death and darkness. So I'm going to assume Blackbeard's fruit is the god of the earth. Because darkness. Earth god. Model earth god. Not land god. World god. Earth god. Whatever. And the two that could never meet again were probably Nika and... Oh god, there's just not enough information. It was probably the moon and the sun gods. So if we're going that route, then the moon and the sun gods could be completely separate from these two. And then maybe they had to team up to, stop it? But just the fact that it's called the Serpent of Hell. Who the fuck is the Serpent of Hell? The reason I'm thinking that might be Emu is because Emu seems to have the ability to bestow these yokai powers. And I've seen a theory kicking around that the underworld is like a place in One Piece, which, yes, it is. It's like a metaphysical place. So the idea that the Serpent of Hell is Emu, and he can pull shit, and he's still there. He's on the throne. He's a serpent, a dragon. It's hard to tell. I don't know. There's not enough information. I have to really think about this. But if the Serpent of Hell is Ika was the sun god. Who was the god of birth? Birth. So if Birth is the god of the earth, he allies with the underworld. He or she, Mother Ocean. Mother Ocean makes a deal with the underworld to stop Nika, who's coming down with the land, forest, and rain gods. Maybe. Let's read the second one. Second world. There was breath upon the emptiness. The god of the forest sent forth demons. So we're getting the forest god involved. So the god of the earth might just be the land god. So just as simple, we'll say the god of the earth is the land god. You know, so we have the sun god, the land god, the serpent of darkness, or the serpent of hell, and now the forest god is confirmed to be real. The god of the forest sent forth demons. The sun merely spread the embers of war. The people of the half moon dreamed. The people of the moon dreamed. What's the half moon? Humanity killed the sun and then ascended to divinity. The god of the sea became enraged. They could never meet again. Land god, serpent of hell, sea god. So that's Mother Ocean. Forest god. Sun god. We still don't know who the rain god is. But the forest god, this kind of, I think, disproves the old Chopper is the forest god theory. Not really disproves it, but the fact is it's sent forth demons. How is he sending forth demons? Is Emu the forest? Is that what we're gonna learn here? That Emu is in fact the forest god? They could never meet again. And then they said that humanity killed the sun, which means the 20 kings killed Joy Boy. And then ascended to divinity, rose to the celestial dragons. So when Joy Boy was killed, the celestial dragons took power. What's interesting here is after that, it says the god of the sea became enraged. They could never meet again. Was the god of the sea not... We need so much more information. The god of the sea was mad. Humanity succumbed to desire. The slaves made a wish. And the god of the sun appeared. So, something ruled the earth. There was a lot of slaves. They made a wish. Nika comes down. Frees the slaves. The god of the earth is mad that the sun god is there. That's probably Blackbeard's equivalent, you know what I mean? And then teams up with the serpent of hell, probably Emu. Envelop the world in death and darkness. Unless the serpent of hell, like, whoever the serpent of hell is definitely created the red line. The serpent of hell might be the red line. That's something a lot of people I haven't heard. What if there is a legitimately living creature in the red line? and it's like stuck there. That actually might be the case, because like you might have the case where Emu maybe is the actual god of the moon or god of the earth, and after teaming up, they sealed the Serpent of Hell in the red line, which blocked off the four seas. I'm cooking here. Blocked off the four seas. You know, created like all, you know, got rid of the all blue, essentially. And then now uses that serpent's power to pull from the underworld and grant power. So that, I mean, that's what I'm going with right now. Emu is the moon or the earth god, the real one. They sit there on their throne. They steal from the power of Emu might also be the sea god. The earth god and the sea god might be the same thing. We don't know. But basically, Emu steals from them and grabs that power to, you know, uses their blood or something. But we'll have to find out. That's interesting. Because then you have over here, after they kill the sun and then ascended to divinity, then the god of the sea was enraged. Which to me makes me think that the god of the sea might very well be have been like in love with Joy Boy. Because I have seen the theory kicked around that Emu isn't actually a villain. I mean, they are, but like it's one of those cases where Emu succumbed to just years of loneliness. You know, if Emu is the god of the, you know, is the god of the earth or the god of the sea, just, you know, then they could never meet again. Then there's the third world. There was void upon the chaos. The unbidden shadows remember the day of promise, and they hear the voice of the fragmented moon. So the unbidden shadows. So Emu's the moon god, because the unbidden shadows are the Gorosei. Like these, like the devils that like possess the Gorosei. They remember the day of promise, and they hear the voices of the fragmented moon. The god of the sun dances and laughs, guiding the world to its end. The sun will return, and a new dawn will come. They will surely meet again. So that's the current world. Which means that's crazy, dude. I gotta think about this. Holy shit. Then we got this mural. World myth revealed. So you have a demon with wings, which I believe represents Emu. Because if you look, let's see if I can find the image. See if I can find that image, because I've taken a snapshot of the image before. Email dragon. I'm trying to find a certain image here. It'll pay off, I promise. Sabo encounters Emu. There it is. Yeah, right here. Right here. Okay. So if you look at this, he's got like a draconic shape to him. Right? And then when you look at this creature, we don't see if Emu has horns or not. Probably doesn't. Who knows? But then you look at this creature. It's holding the sun in its hand. And it's clearly a devil of some sort. And it's just... It could also be this one in the middle here. How interesting. Because here we have this devil creature. Nika is fighting it. Trying to free the sun. It's obviously symbolic, like it's holding the freedom hostage by holding the sun. So that's the current world. Then you see these angels. You see the Lunarians right here. You see Nika. You got a Tontata, mermaid, some fish, which I assume represent the Sea Kings. Oh, there's a Tontata. Then I don't know what the fuck this thing is. Probably another Tontata. A mink. It's a mink. That's what it is. See the ships with the sun god's flag on it. Probably was like Nika or Joy Boy's Jolly Roger. Then you have a whale. And we know the whale tree is symbolic, so there's definitely going to be a whale. We have Emeth here, which probably represents Pluton. You have a whale, which probably... Here's the thing. One of these is Pluton. I guarantee it. Because you have the mermaid princess here, which we know is Poseidon. So the only thing we don't see is Uranus, which is probably the whale, actually. Because then you have Uranus, Pluton, Poseidon. And then you have this creature coming down. You know, so one of these two creatures is definitely... this other big-ass creature is probably the Serpent of Hell. So you have the Serpent of Hell, the three main threats, let's say, and I think they're all still around. Don't get me wrong. I think all of them are still fucking around. Because you have the first world. It says it right here. The god of the sun appeared. The god of the earth became enraged. And alongside the Serpent of Hell, enveloped the world in death and darkness. So you have the Serpent of Hell coming out of this futuristic world and attacking. And it seems to be doing battle with this creature here, which is coming from the sky. We don't know. I'm assuming that this creature coming from the sky is the god of the forest. Because it is mentioned. And then you have right here the god of the void, the god of the, you know, fragmented moon, whatever you want to call it. So I think what it is this became the red line. This creature right here. It also has all the X's on it and everything. So I think it's symbolic, just like Laboon. Like, it became the red line, this creature. This creature is representing Emu. And this creature here, we don't know yet. But it's tied to the forest god. I think we will learn about it in this arc. That's just my theories right now. Then you have the kings offering offerings to the moon. Ship, which kind of looks like the Noah in a weird way. Then there's a king. Is the king Emu? We just need so much more information. And there's parts of it that are blocked off too. I'm just enamored by this, though. Like, oh. But I do think here, I also think this being a whale, Uranus being a whale, is actually really cool. We don't see a representation of Zunisha. Which I do notice. And you have, so like, this is clear, this might just be Joy Boy's crew. Right, but the fact that you have a mermaid princess here, as well as, like, you know, makes me think, you know, Poseidon for sure. Then you have the Lunarians, this thing. I just kind of like the idea. We just need to know, we don't know anything about the rain god yet either. Like, it doesn't mention the god of the rain. You get the god of the earth, which is probably the land god. The god of there was a breath upon the emptiness. The god of the forest sent forth demons. So it's breathing. That's its breath upon the emptiness. I wonder what demons it sent forth, though. How does that work? Like, we need more information. Like, the god of the forest sent forth demons. Was Emu the god of the forest? Is Emu the serpent of hell? Is Emu the god of the land? We know the sea goddess was pissed. Is one of these the sea goddess? Because if you look here, you know, the god of the sea became enraged. We don't see anything coming out of, like, the ocean. Unless it's this thing. But I think this is the serpent of hell. Which strikes a strange resemblance to Jupiter, but we won't talk about that. Yeah, we're gonna need more information, but I'm giving this chapter a 10 out of 10. This was a fantastic chapter. It's gonna spawn millions of theories. But yeah, I will be covering every chapter that comes out, if my health allows it. And I'll probably make a breakdown video on this, because this is insane. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and leave a comment below. I really appreciate your feedback, and I hope you all have a great day. Thank you very much. Signing out.